Welcome back to the Cheap Pop Wrestling Podcast. I'm your host, John Hook, joined by my co-host, Mo Steptoe and Dakota Allen. Very, very emotional week in the world of wrestling. We lost two legends, the hardcore legend Terry Funk and Bray Wyatt, also known as The Fiend, Eater of Worlds. We just went to the SmackDown episode last night. A very emotional roller coaster of a show. Probably one of the best wrestling shows I'll ever get to go to, unless I can go to WrestleMania sometime. But, absolutely beautiful show. Before we get started, we just want to send our condolences to the Funk and Rotunda families. But we'll go ahead and get the Raw recap started. We'll start off with Jesus Christ, I'll have to edit that out. Just had a brain fart there. But we'll go ahead and get started with the results from Monday Night Raw. To open up the show, we had Kevin Owens making his return to team with Sami Zayn. You good?
Yeah, all my audio cut out for a second.
All right. We had Kevin Owens returning to team with Sami Zayn and Cody Rhodes to face the Judgment Day. Because what was your thoughts on that one, man?
I feel like I've seen this before. 12 times, as a matter of fact.
Yeah.
It's never a bad match, but, we can do something else for a main event on Raw, right?
Yeah. Mo?
I'm gonna say I don't like it just because I feel like Judgment Day has been taking a lot of L's, and they're not getting the credit that they deserve for being fantastic wrestlers. But the match was good. I just didn't like the results.
Yeah. Yeah, that ended up being the main event yet again. Kind of getting, I don't want to say stale, but I'm tired of them just throwing people or throwing the faces together to face the Judgment Day.
Judgment Day versus insert three people.
Yeah. Essentially. Yeah.
It's a random combination of Kevin, Sammy, Cody, and Seth. Just pick which three's at Raw that day and throw them on there.
Yeah. It would have been, I know it was already talked about it earlier in the show with Seth's back injury, but it would have been nice to see the dynamic between Seth and Cody not getting along a little bit more, but it is what it is. We got Kevin back, so we had to see him with Sammy. So, but
and they were back home in the homeland, so
right.
I guess you can't make them lose at home. I guess that's a thing.
Yeah, that's right. They were in Toronto. That almost slipped my mind there. But yeah, they had to have the feel good moment. But next, we had the New Day defeating Matt Riddle and Drew McIntyre via pinfall. This was fun. I
enjoyed it.
Yeah, I like the New Day a lot. I miss Big E a whole lot. That dude used to make this tag team a little. They're already entertaining, but it makes them more entertaining with Big E there. Yep. Mo, you got anything?
Yeah, man. Mick Riddle. Mick Riddle was they all right. I kind of like the weirdness of that tag team. It's good to see Kofi back, honestly.
Right.
I think when I stopped watching wrestling, he was kind of like ascending. So I missed his whole takeoff pretty much. But we get to see. I think they say they're gonna wrestle again in like a week, 2 weeks, or something like that. So because of their interference.
Right. Dakota, you got anything for this one?
It's a fun match. I just, like you said, I miss Big E, and I really don't know what they're doing with Drew and Riddle right now.
Yeah, I'm waiting for that turn. Yeah, Mick Riddle. I'm waiting for that turn Like I need Drew to be a heel because there's too many dominant faces on Raw right now.
On both shows, really. I feel like it's mostly faces at this point.
Yeah, it's like everybody's too worried about turning heel because the merch sells or something. I might be onto something there, but yeah. Next we had the Intercontinental Championship match with Chad Gable and Gunther.
Banger, loved it.
Chad Gable wins by count out after throwing Gunther over the barricade. This match was beautiful.
I thought the ending
Gable
was
the God.
I thought the ending was perfect too. It protects Gunther. It almost legitimizes Gable at the same time, and you still get Gunther to keep his record, but he finally takes a loss.
Yeah. This is Gunther's first L in I think a year.
I think it's his first L on the main roster, period, in a singles match.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, that's what it is. Since joining the main roster, it's his first L.
Yeah.
Nobody better, in my opinion. He's been putting on a clinic the last couple of weeks. And I mean, I'm talking about Chad Gable. I loved it. I love the house of chops, pork chops, chopsticks. It don't matter. You're getting chopped if you're going against Gunther. Come prepared. The match was a phenomenal. It could have been the main match, honestly.
Should have been.
Oh, that absolutely should have been. But Chad Gable's one Percocet away from full on perk angle at this point.
I wouldn't be mad at it.
Yeah. Next, we had the pre-tape promo from Shinsuke revealing that what he whispered into Seth Rollins' ear, saying he knows about the back injuries. That was something. I mean, that happened. I'm not really sure what we're doing with this, but
well, we got one hell of a new meme format. Don't worry.
That's for sure.
It's hilarious to me. Like a 30-year-old man with a bad back. That's like all of America.
Thought you were about to hate on Seth with a bad back. Like, you gonna call him out for? You gonna call him a pussy for having a bad back?
Oh no, of course not.
No.
How dare you? We all hurt him.
It's a fun.
But
yeah,
it's good to see. It's good to see heel Shinsuke again too. Hopefully, it's better than what it was with AJ of just keep hitting you in the dick.
as long as we don't get a good match build up and then just straight punch to the dick and then nothing more. But
I'm not gonna lie, it kind of has that feel to me for some reason. Like they're gonna wrestle, Seth's probably gonna win, and it'll be the end of that for some reason. I mean, that's the feeling I get. I want to be wrong, but that's just I don't see the chemistry, the fit, like for them to.
Yeah, it feels like one of the random rivalries that Karrion Kross has been getting, where he just has like a couple matches, no payoff.
Yeah,
it does, but I'm hoping this is the start of keeping Shinsuke back in the main card.
That's fair too.
instead of the kitty draw with Carlos Boozer and
I thought you were about to hate on fucking Rick Boogs for a minute when they had that going on, because we would have thought that was the greatest thing SmackDown had for the longest time.
Yeah, he's tagged back Rick Boogs having played his entrance song on a guitar on the way to the ring. That was still one of my favorite Mania entrances of all time.
I still need Pat McAfee back on commentary if they do that though, because he sold it every time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Can we just bring Pat McAfee back? Period. Like the man is gold.
Can you imagine him back on a Peacock pay-per-view? Just him absolutely losing his mind. Live on the cock. We're at Payback. Him just saying absolutely unhinged shit.
That's why we love him. He's living our dreams.
Yeah. Next we had Trish Stratus getting interrupted by Becky Lynch Trish Stratus getting interrupted by Becky Lynch in a promo. The crowd, I don't know if y'all saw this, was chanting at them.
We don't care.
Yeah.
We don't care. We don't care.
They were chanting at him in French, saying, "We don't give a fuck," in French, all on live TV, and they did not bleep any of it out. Thank God the producers don't understand French. I don't either, but
God bless Twitter for letting us know what they said.
Yeah,
I bet it sounded beautiful too. If I understood what the fuck it was.
It probably sounded like "Stop, we surrender."
Oh. Anyways, we're gonna just move right on past that one. There's a joke in there somewhere. Oh dear God, we're getting a steel cage match with these two at Payback. Yay!
Please let this be the end. Let it be the end.
Trish has had a nice run back, but I'm done with it. I'm not gonna lie.
I've been done. I was done about a month ago.
Yeah,
the Money in the Bank match, whenever that was, I was done then.
Yeah,
I was done. I was done at Saudi with the giant moose knuckle.
Yeah. Next, we had Chelsea Green and Piper Niven defeating Katana Chance and Kaden Carter via pinfall.
No.
Yeah, the Mo's tag team is continuing to take L's.
My tag base. Why do they keep doing my tag base like this, man? The perfect. They really do, and they have the most like choreographed shit. I feel like out of all the women tag team wrestlers, they have the most choreographed wrestling moves, and they just we don't care. L's and them out.
Yeah, Piper Niven hit Chance with a running crossbody. Haven't got any word if she's okay. So,
I know this match happened. I know I watched this match, but my brain has apparently blocked it out from memory. I couldn't tell you a single fucking thing about it.
If it was Caden could take it.
Would.
Definitely, yes.
Next we had to end our recap for Raw, Akira Tozawa defeating The Miz after LA Knight had Miz distracted for an entire match. Akira Tozawa, by the way, was 0 for 33 in all his main in-ring matches. I know he won the 24/7 title a lot backstage, but he never won a match in-ring until Monday when he beat The Miz.
Picasso.
He's the get right, the get right opponent. I'm gonna get right against him.
Yeah, the Division II school or 1AA school that the big boys beat up on. That is what he was. But we got to
get my confidence back.
We got to have the Appalachian State moment. Thanks to LA Knight in this one. But post-match, Akira Tozawa was running around backstage doing the "yeah" chant. Absolutely beautiful.
Hilarious.
Next, we'll go ahead and get on to SmackDown. Honestly, this was amazing.
This is probably the best live show I've ever been to. Honestly,
yeah, it was a whole lot of feel good moments, and you got to see the stars you pay to go see instead of just half the roster like what you usually get. Given we didn't get Seth Rollins, but
we
got Cody Rhodes. We got to see Cody Rhodes in person.
Yeah.
Arguably the biggest star in wrestling right now.
Actually, he's no Kenny Omega.
Take a shower. Jesus Christ.
Speaking of which, I know we've shit talked a lot about AEW fans and not showering, but
I got this one. We were standing in line at the merch thing, and we saw the prices, and we're trying to justify waiters to get out of line. The person who was standing in front of me, I know we joke on AEW a lot. Dear fucking God, take a shower. You're in public. I know it was raining outside, but you should not be smelling like a wet dog.
that shit was rank.
And that wasn't the only encounter I had where somebody was smelly. Walking to our seats, we had to cut through some people, and you get all up close and personal with people when you're like sliding past them. There's a couple that hit me, and I was like, "Oh God, fuck!" But luckily, we're all a little bit taller outside of my brother that went, but didn't get a full whiff. But it was bad. It was bad.
I know the people who sat in front of us were probably the highlight of the entire show because they were so fucking into this thing.
Yeah, from the first match to the last match, they were animated. They made the show worth a watch. It was fun.
I haven't seen someone jump up for a Rey Mysterio 619 since 2004. It was.
But that was nostalgic for them, man. It probably would have been me because I hadn't. That's what I remember last damn near.
Yeah, that's true. It was fun. So I'll go ahead and get into the matches here.
Well, to start, we had the 10 bell salute and the little video package and everything.
Yeah, my fault.
They actually had Eric Rowan out there too, which was nice. They let him come out for that. Good move on them.
Is he still signed with AEW?
He was never signed with AEW. He was only there for Brody's thing.
Gotcha. But
he's just been running around the indies, living his best life.
Yeah, the 10 bell salute. If you want to see the video from in the arena, it's on our TikTok currently. If you don't want to see WWE's version of it, which is a little bit edited and a little sped up, that's on our TikTok at Pop This Potty for the Cheap. Make sure you check that out. But to start the show, we had Rey Mysterio defeating Grayson Waller. This was really fun to watch with Austin Theory interfering and Santos Escobar interfering as well.
It was actually a fun match. Grayson Waller showing off how he still has good knees.
Yeah. Then Rey immediately mocking him after it. But yeah, this felt, I don't know, man. It was great to hear the crowd. Everybody was into it. They were loud the entire match from bell to bell. Everything Rey did, everybody was super into it. Rey really knows how to work a crowd still. He's been in the business forever.
Classic.
Still got it. I said this whenever he's walking to the ring. Y'all can tell me how you feel about it. This is my hot take for the show. Grayson Waller kind of has that like Orton-esque feel, like young Orton. The way he carries himself, his moveset, the stuff he's able to do. He's really got that Randy Orton feel to him.
I could see that. After watching him wrestle, yeah, I could, like last night I could see that. Yeah.
Like he's got a cutter, like the RKO, except for he has to have like a running start to his. I don't know, man. The ability to move in a ring, it felt like a throwback to Randy Orton. Dakota, you got any thoughts on this match?
Just kind of same as you. Grayson Waller did really impress me. He's going to be one hell of a star here in the near future.
Yeah. Next is where we had the women's championship match with Io Sky and Zelina Vega. This was also fun to watch. It was just kind of weird how the crowd just died from one match to the next. They weren't really behind this match at first, and then the longer it kept going, the more the crowd was into it. It was super entertaining. It was kind of hard. I don't know how it was on TV for you, Mo, but it was at the show. It was kind of like, who's the heel and who's the face in this match? Because everybody was kind of split between the two.
I would have assumed Io Sky was, but it didn't seem like nobody had like a interest in either, like booing either wrestler. Like it seemed like they were just genuinely cheering them both on.
It was a very
I thought it was a great match
for that one. It was a good match, but the crowd was very mild for it.
Yeah,
We were all confused.
It was
Like watching it on TV I was entertained. I thought it was a great match.
Mm-hmm. It was. I mean, yeah, it's beat all the women's segments on Raw. That's for damn sure. But yeah, super entertaining. It was just like somebody sucked the air out of the crowd once this match started.
Did when was Cody's tribute? Was it before that match or after that match?
It's next, bitch.
Yeah, it's
next.
next.
It's next. Oh, see, hey, I bet say like live and on TV.
Oh, it's definitely different because I was sending pictures to what was going on to my wife who was watching it at home, and they were on like a 5-minute delay.
Okay, yeah, that's
with,
what I thought.
With live events, it's like a 15-second delay, so they can censor out anything that needs to be.
And then you got to factor in if they're streaming on something or watching it on cable.
And you can have up to like a 2-minute delay.
But yeah, next we had Cody Rhodes giving that emotional speech about Terry Funk and how he met Terry Funk whenever he was 11. This is really well done. If you all want to see that, obviously check that out on WWE's Twitter.
The pyro for Cody live in the Woe is deafening.
The pyro, every time it hit, you could feel people like jumping out of their seat. It was really fun.
And y'all didn't take no video of y'all doing it? Y'all singing along?
Oh, we got videos.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say.
Me and Ken got a something Cody Rhodes one.
That was fun. Yeah. At the end of his speech, he announced that they were going to have a
hardcore match.
A hardcore match in Terry Funk's memory. They should have just called it a Texas tag team or Texas Tornado tag team match. Sorry, it's a tongue twister. But it was between.
There was no hardcore.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it was a no DQ match.
It was a single table.
Yeah, I was expecting chairs and shit to come out, and I was like, "Where are all the?" Didn't nobody? I seen who was the Stowbridge put old boy on his shoulders, but I was like, "Where's the ladder? You could have just used the ladder to do that to pay, like classic. That's classic throwback."
I did yell that out. I'm not gonna lie to you.
We were excited as shit for the Street Profits to come out, though. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. Whenever Bobby Lashley came out, I may or may not have let out a sound that it got Dakota's attention. He looked over at me like, "What the fuck was that?"
Was it sus?
No, it was like it was more like a yeah. And he thought I was having a stroke.
Sound like the gobbledygooker coming out. He sent a picture to Macy, and she got pissed because she didn't make it that far yet in the show.
Yeah,
when he came out.
Oh, fuck! See.
Yeah, Macy knows I love Bobby Lashley, so whenever he came out, I sent her a picture. She was like, "You asshole! I'm not there yet." But
man, get ready to bust out his goddamn suit. Come down that damn walkway.
I will say this: we were a few rows away from the ring, but that motherfucker is massive in person too.
Oh my god!
He looked like everybody talks about how big Big Papa Pump used to be. This motherfucker would look like a midget next to Bobby Lashley.
Bobby Lashley looked like a dark Jay Cutler. Like, it's ridiculous.
Ronnie Coleman.
Look yeah, it's fine.
Look like Ronnie Coleman for wrestling, but
light work.
Yeah, lightweight. But his spear in person is also amazing.
The top 3 spears in wrestling.
Top two. I love Edge, but he ain't putting Edge above his spear.
If we're doing ever, it's Goldberg, Rhino, Lashley for me.
Man, Goldberg is killing people. No, I'm just kidding.
Kick his head off.
Clear to the 7th row.
This is the Hitman Hart fan club right here. He damn near killed my mans.
Well, when Rhino hit that gore, it looked like he killed a man sometimes.
All right, I'll give you a new one. Braun Breaker has the best one currently.
Currently, yes.
That dude makes it look like it hurts. And there's no spin off of it like how Lashley does.
I like the spin that Lashley does, though. It's a little something different.
Yeah, it makes it a little nicer. But Braun Breaker looks like he's trying to run through somebody. Anyways, let's get back to this damn match. I saw a whole lot of complaining on Twitter of this isn't a real hardcore match. It wasn't. Was it entertaining? Absolutely. It was, but there was way too much bitching on Twitter of, no, this is not a hardcore match. Terry Funk. Whatever.
But did my man's almost kill another wrestler though?
Oh, Ridge Holland? No. Thank God. There was people in the crowd saying, "Don't injure him." Whenever he was up on the when he had Montez up on his shoulder.
Oh yeah, don't injure him.
Like it was every time he picked somebody up, there was people to our right that were screaming it, like, "Don't hurt him!"
Jesus Christ! If that's the reputation you got, bro, like
you're more dangerous than Goldberg, man. That's bad.
Yeah, you need to evaluate your skill, my guy.
But the one table that was brought out after we were yelling for a table for a little while, finally got brought out. There was a little back and forth between the four of them of who was basically going to go through the table. We got it with the Street Profits hitting their new finisher through it. And then Bobby Lashley hitting that spear at the end, too. I don't know how you do that in a suit, but he managed to find a way. Street Profits picked up the win, and then when they came back out of break, they teased the hell out of the entire crowd playing Cena's music like that.
Oh, it was dirty. It was real dirty.
That place was ready to explode.
That's petty.
So I was sitting between my brother and Dakota. Whenever that music hit, I felt both of them get ready to jump up, just to realize that it was just them announcing he's returning.
So I don't think I've seen Cena in person since the OVW days, honestly.
Shit. But that place, you could feel everybody sucking the air in and get ready to be like, ah! But no, we didn't get anything.
Dang.
We got blue balled for a return for next week.
Yeah, they definitely edged y'all. Definitely gave y'all a good edging.
Not even good. Not even the good kind. No release. No satisfaction.
Next, we had something that Ken called in the middle of everything. I think as we were walking in or after the match happened, Mysterio and Escobar versus Theory.
It was after the Theory interruption, and Santos came out and helped too.
Yeah. So let the record show he called that about an hour before it was announced.
Widowy. He called it widowy. We also may have pissed John off all night doing the widowy thing.
Yeah, they're doing baby talk all night.
Who leaked the script, man? How did he know?
I don't know, but I think the people who were sitting in front of us thought Ken and Dakota had some speech problems.
They probably thought John or Dan was a Make-A-Wish kid.
I mean, fair. The way I reacted to Bobby coming out, you would have thought it was one.
Oh my goodness!
But another announcement was Mysterio versus Theory for the United States Championship, booked for Payback. I don't want to watch this match, but
I don't.
I'll watch it for Ray. But I don't know. This was
We didn't even get to see Ray win it the first time. I definitely don't want to watch it now.
Still mad.
Fuck the Bengals.
Fuck the Bengals.
FTB.
We'll just throw that in. We'll start saying FTB instead. Anyways, we had
on to the main event.
No,
I think that's it. We have one more?
Not just yet. LA Knight versus The Miz, booked for Payback.
Yeah, the whole promo and everything's part of the main event, which amazing promo.
Yeah. And then another thing booked for Payback, Cody Rhodes will be on the Grayson Waller effect, so we're probably going to get a match between those two.
I think that'll be one hell of a match.
Yeah. And on to the main event. Well, the promo for the main event. LA Knight started talking about how him and Bray put each other through hell, and how Bray basically showed him everything that he's going to be put through in this business. And then LA Knight started talking about the Miz, and he's like, I got a little too much bass in my voice. And then he switched it up on us, and that was absolute gold. I feel like him and the Miz are just one-upping each other every time they do promos now.
And say, if we're not going to put LA Knight in a title picture, just let him run against the Miz till Royal Rumble.
Yeah. But at the very end of his promo, he gave another shout-out to Bray Wyatt in it. He said, a wise man told me, next time you see me, you got to ball up into the camera. He said, run.
It was perfect.
Perfect. Down to the last minute detail.
I mean, even LA Knight looked emotional the entire time, too.
Yeah, he was having to take his time and making sure he didn't slip up. And yeah, that was a great promo. Him and Cody absolutely killed the Memorial promo, so it was good. But next we had
Our dark matches.
Match. No.
The actual match. You're correct.
Yep, LA Knight defeating Finn Balor, pinfall. This was fun. Yeah,
I loved it.
Finn Balor is amazing in the ring. Doesn't disappoint. Gave LA Knight the opportunity to show what all he can do. This is the first time, legitimately, we got LA Knight in the main event. So, another amazing thing to see in person. We got to see our guy main event his first show.
And this man is incredibly over. Hearing it in person.
Finn Balor is like sneakily underrated. Like, I know he's like the punching bag right now. Like, he's taking a lot of L's, but he seemed like he has good chemistry with everybody. Like when he wrestles.
Oh, the man can go.
Yeah. Because I was kind of worried about how we're gonna look like with them two. Because you never really seen them two. Oh, I haven't anyway. But it was a great match.
They're two different styles of wrestling. They both wrestle completely different styles, but they made it work.
Yeah. It is incredible seeing LA Knight do that jumping on the ring post spot. Mm-hmm. It almost comes out of nowhere if he does it right. And he hit it last night, and it was flawless.
Yeah.
Then seeing it in person, you really see how high he really gets on this jump too. Like
third turnbuckle, baby, no steps.
Yeah. Shoes of a champion.
See this jacket? Shoes of a champion.
Them red bottoms, baby. Red bottoms for men, though. Get up her.
But yeah, he ended up defeating Finn Balor. Every time he did it, he did the 3 points. LA Knight. The crowd was in it the whole way. Just as loud, if not loud, or not louder for Cody Rhodes, because like Dakota said, dude is extremely over. And the crowd absolutely erupted whenever he came out as well. Whenever the LA Knight music hit. But yeah, on to the dark matches. I wish they would have showed these on TV, or at least we could have seen them on.
And before the dark matches, we had the exiting little silhouette, last little tribute to Bray with the lantern in the ring.
They try to make me cry, boy. They tried to make me cry last night watching that.
The photo John has with all the cell phone lights up and everything, that is one hell of a photo.
Yeah, that.
Tell my son's mom, don't send me no pictures and no videos. I I was in a fantasy draft getting ready to cry in front of some grown men. I don't feel like crying in front of these people.
Tears
Don't send
almost
me no
blocked his
video.
vision. He almost took fucking Kirk Cousins, number 1 overall. It was
Yeah. And then hearing the crowd singing, he's got the whole world in his hands that was tough. I was trying not to look to my left and my right to my brother and Dakota and Ken. I was like, all right, you hold it together right now. You hold it together. You take as many pictures as you can. Don't you fucking cry.
Yeah, not me. I'd have been in there tearing up. Are you crying? Yeah, absolutely, I'm crying. I cried when Kobe died. God damn it!
I did on that one. I had to go to a break room at work and just find a spot and just let it go. But
People dying before they're supposed to die. This is crazy. Like,
yeah,
I'm gonna let me out of tear. God damn it!
yeah. I was really trying to hold it in because if I start going, there ain't no stopping. I got to drive home. I ain't riding to the rain, riding home in the rain, crying my ass off. Fuck all that.
If he was, I was gonna start playing some like Hillary Duff, Let the rain fall down.
Yeah. I didn't mean to skip over that. I was just trying to go off memory here. Not that I didn't forget it. It was more of like, I don't want to talk about that right now. But
it hurts. It all hurts.
Yeah. But so we had 2 dark matches after this. We had what was the first one? Solo
in Riddle.
Yeah, that match happened. It was okay. The best part though was the crowd. Our section finally got its act together. There was some guy who kept cheering for all the heels, and like you'd hear, "Let's go Solo," and then eventually there's people who bought into the chant, and then there was people who were like in between it would say "Solo sucks." So you had that back and forth. It was a shame.
But we got there.
It was a shame it didn't happen during the middle of the show, given there was a whole lot more of like tributes and stuff during that. And so I guess this was the fun part of it, where everybody already got the crying out and relax a little bit. But yeah, that was fun. I wish I could have got a video of that one. But Solo did end up picking up the win.
He did it with the tribal chief.
Yeah.
Oh man, I wish I could have seen them.
Yeah, and then the
Roman and Jimmy and Paul Heyman.
Well, it was just Solo. Roman was not there.
Yeah, none of the other Dashians were there. Which was the best part of this whole thing. I didn't have to deal with it.
But
if they still would have kept with the bloodline drama on that tribute show, I'd have lost my shit.
Mm-mm. Keep it away. Been a bad time. The main event, after the main event, the dark match main event, was Cody Rhodes versus Austin Theory. Very quick squash match. It was really fun to see too. What is going on in the background there, bud?
Your dog drinking?
What the dog do?
Is that the dog drinking it? Or somebody's having a really good time right now. Either way.
Well, there's a reason my camera off today, boys. Let me tell you.
Either that or you're stirring some macaroni. Either way.
Man.
I should call her.
But yeah, Cody Rhodes had a squash match against Austin Theory. Then again addressed the crowd. He gave another shout out to OVW. He's been doing that a lot recently, which is awesome. But yeah, I'm gonna get y'all show grades. We'll go ahead and start with you, Dakota. Oh fuck, he's on.
I'm gonna give it an A. It was perfect.
Smacking you.
Yeah, my fault. Didn't notice you were on mute.
It's all good. You know, you didn't want to hear the magical noises in the background. I get it.
Mo, what's your grade for the show, man?
I'm gonna give it a A minus. I didn't get to see it.
Yeah.
So because I feel like those other two matches probably would have been like godly to watch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm gonna give it an A plus. If this was a pay per view or something along the lines of that, and everybody got to see all the matches, it would be. Yeah, I mean, you would have gave it the same grade as well. It was great having Cody address the crowd at the end too. Just capped it all off. But yeah,
They very very fun overall. You got to see all the big stars you wanted to last night.
yeah, it felt more like a house show for live TV. That's the best way I can put it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, everybody went home happy. There was no screwy finishes, none of that. But yeah, so that was the SmackDown recap. To hit on some other breaking news that isn't as sad, Edge might be going to AEW. He hasn't accepted the offer that WWE gave him yet. Hey, whoa! We can't. We're not putting that one in the show, bro.
No, might need to beep that one. I got a little aggressive there. I apologize.
This is not a Call of Duty lobby, bro. This is going on Spotify. So he might be going to AEW. Might be.
He'll be with his brother.
Yeah. So
I'll be with Christian, man. Go be with your brother.
He put out a video on Twitter of him talking about going back to her, or him not going back to WWE just yet because he hasn't accepted his contract. So he could be at All In. It would be amazing to see. But last little bit before we end the podcast, our boy Donovan, the Mammoth Cecil, might end up being on the YouTube documentary, or not YouTube documentary, Netflix documentary. I'm sorry, got my websites mixed up there.
Just keep disrespecting this man.
Hey, I mean, we already talked crap about his Bengals, so
Fuck the Bengals.
FTB.
FTB.
But we'll eventually get him on one of these shows and just let him talk about what all to expect in the show, and how Bray Wyatt had an effect on his wrestling career. But yeah, we'll go ahead and wrap it up from there. Make sure you follow us on all our social media accounts. On TikTok at Pop This Potty for the Cheap. On Instagram, the Cheap Pop Wrestling Podcast. And make sure you give us a like and a follow on Facebook at Cheap Pop Productions. With all that being said, this is such good shit. And this is signing out.
The whole world in my hands, man. Love y'all. Be easy. Signing out.
Yeah, I don't have anything witty this week. Rest in peace, Bray Wyatt and Terry Funk, and we out here.